okay. I know I said I was gonna be doing these more often, but this time I actually mean it. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel right now. Stop what you're doing, just do it right now. We're really close to 7K. Let's make it happen. Liverpool 2, Everton 0.
That's what I'm talking about. This shit means something to me, man.
Let's talk about it. Where do I start? In fact, I know exactly where to start. 3-point collectors, we move, we carry on back to winning ways after an annoying draw away at the Amex a couple weeks ago. I'm gonna be real. I'm very pleasantly surprised with the way we went about that game. Now, I understand there's been frustrations with how we've started games and, in my opinion, defensively as well. But I'm not gonna lie, a clean sheet, I know it's Everton and I know we have a good record against them, but I had some worries going into this game and I have to be very balanced in my opinion, because if I'm honest, I'm always talking about bad starts and we did actually start the game quite well. Yes, there was the Calvert-Lewin chance, and listen, we're going to concede chances here and there, but we do have Alisson Becker, so you know what I'm saying? He's Alisson Becker. I was like, he's Alisson Becker, man. He can do anything. He's Superman. Do you get it? Like, man has a beard. Man is tall. Man is flipping a holy man. He baptized Firmino and then, man. Listen, he's the guy in it. He's just the guy. But I'm going off topic. I'm going off topic. We actually started the game decently well. So we're moving forward with starting games better. However, for me, we're still a little bit wasteful in front of goal. We didn't create too much in the first half, but defensively, I felt like we was a lot better and controlled the game. Now, I'm not going to lie, the early red card did help. And we're going to get into a few of the ref decisions a little later on as well. But I just have to say, I'm very impressed with the performance. I'm not going to lie. Mo Salah wasn't a great performance, gets 2 goals. The attack weren't great today. I think Jota was lively. He was direct. I think Diaz, for me, another performance where he was involved, but it was, again, busy, but the end product, I guess he should have had a penalty in my opinion, and he does make the cross that, that does lead to the handball. But at the end of the day, again, I need a bit more from Diaz, and we're going to get into that one as well going forward in this video. I'm increasingly happy with the way we've dealt with this game because it shows that we can win ugly. And people are going to say, oh, well, they had 10 men. And, well, obviously you need to win the game. But I believe when Everton went down to 10 men, they became infinitely harder to beat. It's as simple as that. They were harder to beat. It was 10 men behind the ball and we were struggling to break them down. Now, I didn't really agree with the changes at first. Yeah, because if we're starting from the first half, again, we did struggle to create fluid chances. You know what I'm saying? We had a few half opportunities. I think the Salah one that was offside anyway, so I wouldn't even have counted. I think that was the only real fluid move in the first half where I looked at and went, oh, do you know what? We should have scored from that. So that being a concern, I'm going to be real, Klopp had to make some changes. And he did. He made the changes very early in the second half. Harvey Elliott. Say no more, Kelly. Say no more. When he came on, I was skeptical because for me, you see Gravenberch, the way he was playing, for me, best player on the pitch. Maybe along with Szoboszlai, who is always, his standards are just so high. Gravenberch is, this man has done a thesis on Adam Lallana's Cruyff turn. I promise you, he has every half turn in the book. Over your shoulder, across the right, Cruyff turn back left, Cruyff turn right. This guy has it all. The inside scoop, the inside flip, he's got it all. He's got it all. This guy is cold. I thought, you know what, he's doing it against Lask and them, man. Can he do it in the Prem? Of course he can do it in the Prem. Of course he can do it in the Prem, of course. He's a bad man. He is a bad boy. I mean, this man just deserves his flowers. It was criminal the fact that it was criminal the fact that he did not start at the Amex. He's cold, man. He's cold. But anyway, back to Harvey Elliott. Harvey Elliott came on and for me done everything right. Released the ball. He denied of a banger. Great save from Pickford. His short range passing, his dribbling, his tenacity, his energy to win the ball back. It was brilliant. Especially again, after a performance at the Amex that was very underwhelming. He came back and again, proving some of the doubters wrong, man. Harvey, you're doing your thing. So just keep on doing that. Another one I wanted to shout out was Virgil van Dijk. Another game, potentially another 9 out of 10. if I'm being real, we're not talking about how good Van Dijk has been from day one. And I don't care about that red card against Newcastle because that was never a red card to begin with. But bar that, he's been nigh on perfect in the Premier League. We're not talking about it because Virgil is consistently compared to his former self in 2019. Let me tell you guys one thing. We will never see that Virgil again. That Virgil was a simulation. It is not real. Just understand this. It's never going to hold weight with what happens with Virgil because he's consistently compared to his former self. So whatever he does, ultimately, it's never going to be good enough because it's not the old Virgil. But people need to understand the old Virgil was one of the best defenders of all time. If you're talking about quality alone in the player, like the perfect centre-back. He's not going to get back to that. But what he can be is a damn good centre-back. And he's not going to get his flowers or nothing's going to hold weight when it comes to praising Virgil because he's a shadow of himself. But that version of himself is almost unattainable. But him being very good for his own standards is still the best. So again, Virgil's just going to have to keep putting in these performances and hopefully people are going to notice and hopefully people are going to understand without comparing him to his older self and seeing him for and appreciating him for what he still is now and what he still possesses and what he gives our back line. That's that. But again, just such a great performance. Mo Salah for me, not really in the game. Again, we get the penalty, tucks the penalty away very, very, very nicely, by the way. Hey, he slapped that bins. And then, of course, Darwin Núñez coming on. Now, even Darwin Núñez, for me, wasn't actually that great in terms of all-round play. But you see the counter-attack. He's the one you need for that. Again, Darwin coming off the bench and doing what he does. Counter-attack, picks out the right pass. Salah, one, bish, bash, bosh, is 2-0. You know what I'm saying? Clean sheet. Salah, captain of the FPL. If you lot had Salah as your captain, then obviously you lot are going to be happy as well. But that's, again, 2-0 in a performance where I think on another season, maybe last season, we don't win that game. I think we draw that game 0-0 or even lose 1-0 for maybe a silly mistake or whatever. So I'm just so happy that we managed to win this game the way we did. I'm over the moon. One thing I do want to talk about is the Konate incident. Of course, Ashley Young was sent off for 2 challenges and receiving 2 yellows and obviously resulting in a red card. Konate is a very, very, very lucky boy. Klopp knew it. We knew it. That's the reason he came off straight away for Joel Matip, who, again, I think still has been the better centre-back this season. I think Joel Matip, for me, is and should be the second-choice centre-back and Virgil's partner as it stands. I think Konate needs to earn his place back, and he has been a little bit rash with a few tackles and diving in and being out of position. Again, I think Matip still has a long way to go up here, but physically, he is immense. So, again, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to stand here and say Liverpool, this is what Liverpool deserve anyway. A part of me wants to say that. And we've been brandished 2 unfair red cards this season. So I think it does kind of balance out the fact that we didn't get a red card when he should have been sent off. Because Konate should have been sent off. Let me just say that one more time. But again, the whole replay situation, it's just like, forget about it now. It's happened, it's done, let's move on. I think a lot of people are now expecting Liverpool to come out and make a whole thing about how we should have the player sent off. At the end of the day, the VAR assistants didn't come out and say, we fucked up. So until then, I don't really want to hear anything. I'm going to be real. Again, we got away with one. I'm admitting we got away with one. It's as simple as that. It just is what it is in that sense. Jurgen Klopp's answer was, again, the fact that Jurgen Klopp was asked this question and his answer was even better. The fact that he said we got away with one, I appreciate the answer from Jurgen Klopp. I feel like maybe he would have been stubborn and said nothing about it, but he did say he was a lucky boy. He admitted that he was lucky and that he should have been sent off. So credit to Jurgen Klopp for that one as well. Lastly, of course, we are going to get into the player ratings. I'll go through these quite quickly because I feel like there weren't too many standout performances once again. Ali, I'm going to give, again, clean sheet, 8 out of 10, I'm going to say. 8.5 out of 10, I'm lying. 8.5 out of 10 for Ali. For Virgil, for me, gets a 9 out of 10. Again, stellar performance, minute 1 to minute 90. Can't fault him at all. He's really relishing this armband and he's proven me wrong. Konate, for me, gets a 6. Gets a 6.5. Because apart from the 2 challenges, he didn't do too much wrong. So I'm giving him a 6.5. Maybe, 6.5. I'm going to keep it at that. Tsimikas for me Came off quite early, but he was whipping in crosses. He wasn't too bad defensively. He kept possession well. I'm giving him a 7 out of 10 for his first game in, and hopefully he can build off of that. Trent Alexander-Arnold, for me, good all-round man. Good all-round play. Controlled the game. Brilliant deliveries. 8 out of 10 for me. I was very impressed with Trent, especially when he came into the midfield and defensively at right back. McAllister in the 6th made a few mistakes in the first half. But he does play the pass to Nunes for the second goal. And again, when it comes to going forward, he's still the guy. He's the guy. But, you know, playing out of position, I see it is still hindering him. But he's going to get a 7 from me. I don't think he was horrible. But I'll say he gets a 7. He was involved, 100% involved. Darwin Nunes, Dominic Szoboszlai. For me, I think Dominic Szoboszlai was Dominic Szoboszlai. So he just gets his trademark 8 out of 10. Ryan Gravenberch for me, even though he came off 60th minute, I'm going to give him an 8.5 because for me, he was the best player on the pitch, making things happen. Forward passes, first touch, off the shoulder, checking his shoulder, awareness, strength. He had it all, man. So he's going to get an 8.5 from me. Mo Salah is going to get, again, he gets the default 8 because he gets the 2 goals, but his performance wasn't great. So that's why it doesn't go any higher than an 8. Diogo Jota is going to get a 7 from me. I think he was quite direct. I think he needed to maybe just shoot a little bit earlier, get that half a yard. Maybe should have got on the score sheet, but it is what it is. 7 out of 10, not bothered. I feel like his performance was good at times, especially when he came short. Luis Diaz, 7 for me, plays a part in a penalty that he should have received, and obviously the handball, I think for me still needs to be effective and try to get on the score sheet. So that's why he's going to get a 7. Subs, because they made such an impact. Harvey Elliott gets an 8 out of 10 from me. Didn't put a foot wrong from the second he came on to the second he walked off that pitch today. He should have his head. He should hold his head high. Honestly, Harvey Elliott, so impressed. And of course, Darwin Nunes comes on, gets the assist for the goal. Have to give him an 8 as well because he plays a part in a crucial point to win the game and to take the pressure off of us. Even if there was a few minutes to go, you never know what happens these days. You saw how late we conceded the goal at White Hart Lane was. So, you know, we needed that second goal, and obviously Nunes played a massive part in providing that. Jurgen Klopp with his changes, his rating is especially going to be a 9 out of 10 because those changes were perfect. I wasn't too sure, but of course, he got the business done, man. We're going to leave it there. Make sure you like the video, make sure you subscribe, and drop a comment on what you thought about the game, certain performances, and maybe if I was wrong on the player ratings. Let me know if you have a different opinion to me. There's going to be videos coming out regarding Tottenham. I'm going to be covering Arsenal, Chelsea, Man United, the lot, Man City. So again, if you want more of these videos, let me know in the comments, subscribe and all that good stuff. It's been another video of Big Six Bands. Take care and see you soon.